Okay. Whew. It's been one of those days. I have been on calls all day, and I am all called out. I'm just waiting for my Amazon thing to go live here, and we will kick it off. And we got a fun one today, everybody, because I got in this sticky printer. It prints stickies. That's what this does. So this is like one of these Amazon day one deals. It's not a deal in the sense that it already is it's a regularly priced product. But let me get my vMix social thing going here so I can put up your comments. But this is one of the Amazon Day 1 editions. So that is what we're looking at today. And I wish I had like 3 of me to do everything I wanted to get done today. My kids had to go to the dentist this morning, so you can imagine how my day started. Romeric is here. William is here. Scorpion is here. Oh no, Connor cracked his 2-week-old phone. Oh no. That's not good. I got the Apple Care on my phone because I sometimes do that. Scott is here. Hello, Scott. Elvis is here. Yeah, so if you're curious as to what this is, let me pull up my Switch Res X thing here. This is inside baseball. I'm doing my getting my Mac configured to send you some video. So let me just do that real quick, and I'll show you what we're looking at today. But this is called the Smart Sticky Note Printer. And what this does, once my screen comes up here and I can pull up my thing. So give me a second here, folks, and I will show you exactly what this is. This is, bear with me here. I'm just looking for it on my list of products that I've ordered. Here it is. So I paid for this, as I often do. And you know, like these Amazon things do well on my channel, so that's why I buy these things. So this is what we're looking at today. This is called the Smart Sticky Printer. Now, this is an Amazon product, but it's made by another company. So I actually have in the Amazon product carousel the equivalent, which is called the Cubinote Pro Thermal Printer. But this is less expensive than the company that makes the actual printer is. And this apparently links up with your A-Word, your Echo stuff, and allows you to print these sticky notes. And it pairs up with a compatible Echo device. It is not compatible with Echo First Gen, Echo Dot First Gen, Echo Plus, but everything else it appears to be compatible with. So yeah, when did I order this? I ordered this like months ago, and it just showed up. So I said, you know what, this might be a fun live stream, and if it turns out to be a good product, then maybe we can do a review of it. So there you go. So Agent Steve says, I'm expecting the worst here. We'll see how it goes. Joe Tyson is here. Joe Tyson is here. Sparsh Kishore is here. He wants me to do it quickly. Okay, I'll do my best here. Yeah, there's a big issue with DSM-7. Yeah, I got to get into that. I think Docker is going to be the way to go on a lot of these devices moving forward for Plex. And Secret Agent Steve, here's your shout out. You are here. And William's got a job interview coming up. Good luck with that. Asmir is here. How smart is it? We'll find out. We'll find out how smart it is. And the Sim Architect is here as well, and William is here. William is the one with the job interview. I just didn't want to put the place you're interviewing at up on screen in case you wanted to keep that off the video. All right, so let's get into this thing here and see what it looks like. I am frazzled today, in case you're wondering. I'm nothing bad. I'm just like, I've just been on calls all day. My kids had to go to the dentist this morning. So I really like hustled yesterday to get some stuff done yesterday that I would normally have done today. And I was like, you know, I've got an hour and a half. What can I do in the hour and a half? And this thing showed up, and I'm like, we can do a live stream and get that going. So that is what we're doing right now. And this, I guess you can order this. And apparently there was enough people interested in it to have them turn it into a product. So what do we have in here? A printer right here, a yellow thermal roll. So this is like apparently thermal paper that's sticky. And you know what I'm curious about? How is this going to compare to a Post-it note? Is it going to get all like curled up, or is it going to be flat? So I think that's going to be like a lot of people's expectation is that you can print out like a Post-it note. So load the paper, set up your sticky note printer. So we have to pair it up with a compatible Echo device. All right, so let's see. Near a compatible, plug in into a power outlet. Oh, okay. So it should just kind of find our device. And I have on the desk here a compatible Echo device. So hopefully it will work with that. So this may be a pretty quick demo here. And see what we get here. And Links here says, this is so insane, a 90s style broadcast live. You must be new here. We do this all the time. So we've got our printer here. And we've got the power cord. Big old clunking power supply, everybody, see? And a power cord. And the label paper, or the paper. It's not a label printer. This is a Post-it printer. You print Post-its out on this sucker. So we will see how this comes together. Okay, so I have to remove this sticker. So that's this. Remove the sticker. Press down on the left side. Okay, so we got to take this sticker off here. And then we got to open up the printer and put the paper in. Press down on the left side, switch to open the cover to install the paper roll. So we're going to press down here. And Link says, it feels so right. I love it. Absolutely. And you know what it is? Like everyone's like, well, not everyone. So people either love the set or they hate the set. And what I found is that there's an expectation that all tech channels need to look the same. And I'm like, why? Like this works for me. And behind me, I call this my midlife crisis TV set because this is like everything that I grew up with that's behind me. Okay. So let's get this paper installed here. Now, this is one of those things where if I can figure out how to install this paper, then anybody can. And then if there's different colors available, and you can actually buy the colors now. How does this work? Okay, so where's the sticky part? Am I doing it wrong? Let's see. Because it's like sticky on the bottom here, so that can't be good. Let's see how this works. Okay, so we're going to, so it goes underneath. See, now I'm confused. Let me get my manual out here. I'm very bad at this kind of stuff. Martin Pauline, and plus I get distracted when everybody comes in and I want to say hello to them. All right, so press down on the printer's eject button. The printer's lid will pop up. Lift up the lid to load the roll of paper. See illustration. So if I am facing the printer, it wants to go under, I guess, huh? All right, we'll see how this goes. So it goes, oh, I see, it goes in, oh, I see. Okay, so it goes in like that. And then we put it down, right, because the printer is going to print over there. Okay. So I can tell you my initial concerns with this is that it's not as uniformly sticky as other stuff. And Carrie says, hurry up. I want to leave you in suspense. Carrie said that in the Amazon chat. Martin says, I need a motorbike in the background to consider it. Yeah, well, you know what? What's funny is I may be in a midlife crisis, but I'm also very risk averse. So I would probably not have a motorbike, but probably some sports car. That would probably be my way to go. All right, let's plug this in here and plug the cable in. And let's see what we get here. All right, so now it is plugged in. Now I believe what's going to happen here is that these two things should start talking to each other. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Get started. It prints out instructions right when you get started. That's pretty cool. It's got a little cutter in there, so it cuts the paper. All right, so connect with your home Wi-Fi network. Give us a minute to find your network. If the printer won't connect automatically and the LED action button doesn't turn blue, you'll need to use the A Word app to set up Wi-Fi. Pair the printer. Okay, there it goes. It's blinking blue. Now it's reporting. Your printer hasn't connected to your Wi-Fi network. You need to use your A Word app to connect your printer to Wi-Fi. Isn't this funny? This is like one of those movies where you get like the notes from the hacker. It's like, I see you. What else is this going to print out? So we need to use your A Word app. So we have to, okay, so let me go and do that real quick. I will tell you right out of the gate that I'm not crazy about the sticky paper. So first of all, it is every bit the same as what you get from a receipt at the store. The difference is that the sticky stuff, and it's going to be hard to show you, but the sticky stuff is on the left and right hand side of the paper. So I can, here, I'll put one down on the desk here. So it does stick pretty decently. So I can put it down like that, and then it sticks. All right, so now I've got to jump into the app because it wasn't able to find my network automatically. Matt Davidson said it's reminiscent of the movie The Net. That was wasn't that with Sandra Bullock, right? Is that who was in that one? I don't think I ever saw that movie, but I remember it. But it's pretty cool. It prints its own instructions out. Okay, so we're gonna stick our instructions here to the side. So it sticks on the left and right hand side. It actually sticks better than I thought it would. The printing is not uniform, as you can see, so the middle is a little lighter than the edges, but that could just be the font they chose for that. All right, so I got to jump into my A Word app real quick. So let me go do that. And then I have to go to, it's beeping at me because it doesn't have a Wi-Fi network. So I have to go, according to my instructions here, I have to go to the More icon. So where the heck is that? So open the Alexa app, tap the More icon. Oh, I see. Here, let me put my phone on D&D. Both my parents have called me already since I started the stream. Well, my mother's texting me, my father is calling me. I got to get back to them later. Okay, so we're going to go add a device. And then we need to look for the Amazon printer. Amazon. And we need to connect via Bluetooth. All right. Oh, looking for my, it's printing out something else. Something else is coming out of the printer. Oh, setup didn't, by the time we're done setting it up, we're going to be out of paper. So please wait until, okay, so now it's returning to the last Wi-Fi configuration, it says. Let's see here. So it's got my Wi-Fi network on here. And I think the way this works is that it pre-configures. Yeah, this is not, okay, now it's turned blue. I think that's good that it's blue. Okay, now we're getting another message from, you know, I gotta tell you, this is kind of funny. Because rather than step-by-step instructions, you get like step-by-step receipts that print out here. Okay, so what's this say here? Okay, so now, wait until the LED, okay, so now I can have it say, you know who, discover my printer. All right, so let's try this. Now my Echo here is configured with a different wake word. So my wake word is computer. Cancel. So that's the word I'm going to use. So if you use computer for your thing, then just be advised that we're going to be using that word, because I can't like mute it out in the middle of the live stream here. It's a little bit of extra work here that I did not have time in pre-production. Okay. All right, so here we go. Thank you for the follow, by the way, from someone on Amazon there. Okay, so we're going to do this now. Are you ready, everybody? I have to follow the directions. Computer, discover my printer.
Starting discovery. This will take a few moments.
Okay, here we go.
Power on your new devices now, and if needed, put them in pairing mode.
All right, so now we're waiting. And we got to wait here and see what happens. But we'll probably know because we'll get another thing spitting out of it. It does look like it connected now because the light is blue. So that's a good thing. And I'll take some comments here while we're waiting. So this is why I bought this, because I figured there would be some neat, like this is one of those novelties that becomes a stocking stuffer. So All the Luck says, what a neat idea for a device.
I couldn't find any new smart home devices.
You couldn't?
You can try again. Or, if you need help connecting, tap Help in the device section of the Alexa app.
All right, we got to dig into this now. Connor is wondering, is this a good Alexa? So this one is the Echo Show. I'm not sure which one I have. I think I have like the first generation Echo Show. So the new one is this one's nice, so I'm sure the new one is equally nice. Ernst is wondering about the design team. I think this one, this is one of their startup things that they're doing. So this was part of the Amazon Day One editions, which is what this is. So I bought this a while ago, and it was kind of like they do it like crowdfunding. They don't charge you until they ship it, but they want to know if there's a pre-order goal. And this one sold out on day 3, where the pre-goal was met, day 3 of 30 as it was introduced. So apparently there was some interest in this one. However, it doesn't seem to like my network, although I haven't updated this thing in a while, so I'm wondering if I need to check for an update on this. So let me go into device options. I think that's where the updates might be. Let's see. Install software version. Yeah, so let's do that. Update, yes. Maybe it needs an update. So we're going to update it real quick. And we'll see after it updates if it can find it. What I am going to do is go back to my A-Word app and see if it will find it in there. So let's hit next here. Because it's definitely on my network now. And let's wait it out here and see if my phone can detect it. All right, so now the A-Word is resetting. I only use this when I have a review to do with it, so that could be part of the problem here. All right, so we're going to let that reboot, because my phone is not finding it. But let me go back here and see if it sees it on the... That's the one thing, like all of this stuff never works right. When you're trying to get it paired up, it just doesn't work. But it's definitely like on the list of things that I can use with it. And this app is up to date, I'm pretty sure. But let's let the update here finish and see where we end up going here. I just love, though, how it just starts printing out these, these instructions as it's going. And it sticks better than I thought it would. Like it actually, like these things are pretty sticky. But the sticky is on this side and that side. And if you're thinking this looks like a receipt from the store, it is exactly what it looks like. So the printing is not very even on it. So that's an issue. Oh, having trouble? Scan this QR code. Let me try that real quick with my phone. Maybe that will make it work better. Let me see if I can get that to work here. So I can scan it with my phone. Okay, so get started. If your printer cannot, see, I think it's on the Wi-Fi now. Maybe I'll reset the printer. Okay, A-Word didn't discover my printer. Ensure the LED action button is solid blue and try to discover the printer again. Okay. And there's a different set of instructions here. Devices, add, printer, other. Okay, so let me try that. Maybe it's the wrong printer I was using with this thing here. So let me click cancel here. So add, printer, other, discover devices. Okay, so now it's going to try to discover my devices. Because this thing's definitely on the Wi-Fi now because it's got that blue light. Yeah, this is a problem that I also have. Patrick Chang has brought up a good issue here because I have the very same problem, which is that I have a bifurcated network. So I created a separate 2.4 gigahertz network, and it's often having a hard time working the way it should. Oh, this is a great idea, like for an escape room. Like you put it in the middle of the room and just send them notes. That's a really neat idea. But I got to say, I like the fact that like it just spits out instructions at you. That's really neat. All right, so it did not find it. So let me go, I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on again and see if maybe that will, I'm assuming you push the button here to turn it off. I don't know. No, it's beeping at me. Let's do, okay, so now it's off. So now I'm going to turn it back on again. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's printing something else out. Oh. So now it's going through its setup process again. So let me try it on my phone here and see if that might. And my Echo is still updating too, so that could be part of the problem. But my phone is not finding it. But you're going to see it now print out more, more stuff here. MK says, it looks like the QB Note printer. Yeah, this is from, so I put it in the Amazon chat thing here. And this is what's fun about doing these things live. You never know how it's going to go. So in the chat, it is the QB Note printer, except it's been like made, they made it a black casing, and it's got some A-word functionality that links up with your devices. But of course, right now it's not working. But we'll get there. But it's definitely the QB Note, except it's a lot less expensive. So this is $115, and the QB Note is $148, but it uses the same paper. And yeah, this thing is just not getting discovered here. So let me add a device again. Let's try this printer. And I'm getting mixed instructions because one thing says to add it as an Amazon printer, another one says to do something else. So I'm going to click next here. Oh, something's happening. Your printer hasn't connected to your Wi-Fi network. We need to use your A-Word app to connect your printer to Wi-Fi, which I did before. So like I said, it prints out these instructions. Open the A-Word app and tap the More icon, Add Device, and Amazon Printer. Okay, so let's try that again, because that's what I did. So, and then it beeps at me again like it did before. Oh, that's the other thing coming up. All right, so I think we're going to be out of paper by the time we get it paired up with. All right, the light just went out. Maybe it had a firmware update. All right, so now let's try this method. Computer, discover my printer.
Starting discovery. This will take a few moments. Power on your new devices now, and if needed, put them in pairing mode.
So let's see what happens. So far, I am not enjoying this experience. It is printing out stuff, so you know the printer part works. Does it have any ports? I don't believe it has any ports. Let's see. Yeah, no ports, just a power plug is all it's got. Yeah, it is a black box.
I couldn't find any new smart home devices.
Yeah, this is not going well here.
Or, if you need help connecting, tap Help in the device section of the Alexa app.
All right, so push the button. Oh, here we go. I got a new set of instructions. Quick guide to LED action. Is this funny? It just prints out its own instructions. Click, auto repositions paper roll and prints this note. 2 clicks, prints system information and status. 3 clicks, prints, oh, something's happening. Setup didn't go through, returning to last Wi-Fi configuration. Okay, so now it's trying to connect to my Wi-Fi again. Okay, so there's nothing this button does, like you can't even force it into pairing mode. But maybe now that that's blinking, maybe I can actually do something with it. Oh, okay, now it's blue. Okay, so now we're blue again. So now we're going to get the next set of instructions. There it goes. Discover my printer. Okay, so we're back to where we were before. Okay, so let's try this now. Computer, discover my printer.
Starting discovery. This will take a few moments.
Okay,
Power
so
on your new devices now.
it's blinking
If needed,
now.
Put them in pairing mode.
It blinked for a second there, didn't it? So it is getting on the Wi-Fi. I could probably confirm that. I think this is going to work this time. That's my feeling. But you can all tell me. I just like that it keeps spitting out instructions. Like I feel like we're in the future now. It's like this is our life is like trying to get these boxes to talk to each other.
I found and connected 2 new devices.
Hey, look at that.
Printers.
We got it. The smart sticky printer. And I guess I can use my scanner with this now too. How about that? Okay, so we're going to click on to rename a device. Yeah, let's just call this. I got it. All right. Okay, there we go. Let's just call it sticky note printer. All right, so we're making progress here. So let's just go call it sticky note printer. Done. Okay, so now what can we do? All right, we are ready to go. Okay, so why don't we try this? Computer, print a test page.
Your test page was sent to the Amazon printer.
All right, so here's some of the things we can do. So we've got a list of things. Now, I'm not crazy about the print quality here. Sorry, everybody, I did a lowercase s, I know. And Sailor Sonic says, this reminds them of, here, I'll put this one up, of Demolition Man, the thing that would issue tickets when he swore in public. That's funny. Jorge Martinez, yeah, the PC load letter was the next thing that was going to pop up on it, right? That is true. All right, so why don't we try some stuff here? So this one is actually very apropos for today. So let's try the quick reminders. Computer, print a note, pick up the kids today.
What do you want to print?
Reminder to pick up the kids today.
Your note was sent to the Amazon printer.
All right, let's see what we get here. So you know what I could see this working as? Like, so I could be down here in my office, and my wife, instead of texting me, can just send these sticky notes to my printer. So it does curl a bit. This is, I mean, the best way to describe this paper is like your thermal receipt paper that you get, right? It's exactly like that. So, all right, so why don't we try, let's do a shopping list. So, computer, add milk, eggs, and peanut butter to my shopping list.
Milk, eggs, and peanut butter added.
All right, so here's my shopping list. Paper towels, potty training tips. Okay, looks like I have some things on my list already. We're all done potty training, so I haven't worked on that list in a long time. So why don't we print it out? So I think I could say, computer, print my shopping list.
Your shopping list was sent to the Amazon printer.
There you go. Look at that. So we've got peanut butter, eggs, milk, paper towels again. This was like pandemic time. I didn't have toilet paper on there though. Potty training tips and Nintendo gift cards. I don't know why I put those on my shopping list, but maybe one of my kids did that. All right, so now we've got that. So yeah, the print quality is not great. You can see like in the middle here, it lightens up a bit. And then it sticks. It's got sticky stuff on the right and left-hand side of the paper. So it's no sticky here, but here and here it's sticky. So I could attach it to the side of the printer, for example, and just kind of stick it there. And I'm not sure how much paper you get with it. But this is the same as the Cuban note. And HDOS says these are like McDonald's receipts. Yeah, they're very similar to the McDonald's receipts. Yeah, we could do that, couldn't we? We could order some more sticky paper if we did that. And sorry, so Rod P, you might want to mute. You might want to mute your echo here. Charles G's wondering, is it thermal? Yes, it is thermal. These are thermal receipt paper, basically. And Patrick says, it looks like I have a CVS. Yeah, it does look like a CVS thing. I guess I could print out one that's that long. You know, you think about like the amount of staff time it takes at CVS to maintain the receipt printer, because somebody's got to change that paper. So let alone the cost of those mile-long receipts, like they're probably swapping out paper every 25 minutes there. All right, so we can also do some other stuff here. Okay, so we could do a maze. Computer, print an easy maze.
Your maze was sent to the brother printer.
Oh, that's sending it to the wrong printer. I did not want it to go there. So that printer is in my back room. It's not printing out a maze. Okay, so let's try this again. Computer, print a simple maze to my sticky note printer.
Sorry, I couldn't understand, but I may have a few recommendations.
Of course,
There's a skill called HP Printer. Would you like to try it?
No. Okay, so that one's not working. Okay, so let's try some other ones here. So Modern Day Family Man is wondering, can you up the print to make it darker? That's a good question. So there is an instruction guide that I found on, like there was that link that it sent me to, and there is some troubleshooting. But I do not see, I did not see anything that adjusts the darkness of the printer. Let me ask it. Computer, how do I adjust the darkness on my sticky printer?
Here's something I found on the web. According to Fixia.com.
Yeah,
Set to 4
that's not going to help me. Okay, so let me go back to the app here, because apparently, because it found the other printer, there are some things that it will send to that other printer that we don't want it to do. So let me go back to my devices here. Because I forgot, like, printing is part of the Amazon A-Word ecosystem. So if you have like an HP printer or the Brother, it will print to that. So I'm going to go and disable the Brother printer. Okay, so now that printer is off my list. Computer, print out a simple maze.
Your maze was sent to the Amazon printer.
There it goes. Look at that. Got yourself a maze. So it's got like a little slicer in there that cuts the paper. This, you know what this reminds me of? I had, back when I was a kid in the 90s, just like my set, back in the 90s, we had a fax machine at my family business's office, and it had the thermal printer, and it would print out the page and then cut it. And that's exactly what this does. So this actually printed a little better than some of the other stuff. I'm guessing that a thicker font might do better, but you can see it is kind of fuzzier in the middle than it is on the sides there. Here's a good question. Can it print a recipe? So maybe we should ask it to print a recipe. I'm going to make some notes here because I'm going to probably do a review of this thing. I mean, I did buy it after all, right? So, so bear with me here. Let me do a note on the Amazon sticky printer. I'm probably going to have to order more paper because we wasted a bunch of paper just getting the instructions set out. So let's see, what kind of recipe should we look for? Why don't we ask it to do something like, computer, Print me a chocolate chip cookie recipe.
Finding some chocolate chip cookie recipes. Okay, for chocolate chip cookie, here's a few recipes.
Computer, print the recipe.
I don't know how to print that.
And that's a problem. So I guess you cannot print recipes. You would think a recipe would be like a really good idea, right? Computer, print this recipe.
Okay, I've sent this recipe to the activities section of your Alexa app.
See, that's not what I asked it to do, right? Computer, print this recipe.
Okay, I've sent this recipe to the activities section of your Alexa app.
All right, so it doesn't look like you can print recipes. So let's go back to what we can do with it. Computer, print today's Sudoku puzzle.
Your Sudoku was sent to the Amazon printer.
There you go. It's like a mystery box. You never know what it's going to give you, right? Wonder if we can get some comics. Let's try that. Computer, print today's comics.
I don't know how to print that.
Computer, what can you print?
Once you have connected your printer to Alexa, I can print your shopping or to-do list, or games like mazes and Sudoku. To see a full list of things I can print, say Alexa, print a test page.
Computer, print a test page. I think I'm going to get this again.
Your test page was sent to the Amazon printer.
Yeah, same thing we had before. So it doesn't do all that much, to be honest. Yeah, this is about it. So you've seen about everything that this can do. This might be a quick one. But here's what's funny about this. I have like more viewers than I usually get on one of my live streams on both platforms right now. So there's interest in this thing because people are tuning in. And you can see some of the things that it has printed out so far. So here's all the things that it was printing prior to us getting started here. So we've got the connection issues that we resolved and some other stuff. Printing quality, not great. It does stick better than I thought it would feeling it out here. It's not the stickiest stuff out there. Let me show you the inside of the printer so you can see how it functions. So I'll just hold this down. And actually, I got a good amount of paper left. So the roll has got a lot left on it. Here, I'll pull it out so you can see it. So it's got, I don't know how much it's got, but it's got a lot. So even though we printed a bunch, this is the roll that it came with. And then there's more rolls you can get. And the good news is that this is pretty much the same printer as the, what's it called? The Cubanote printer. It's the same exact thing. So it uses the same paper. So I don't think you're going to have an issue, even if Amazon decides not to make this thing too terribly long, the paper will be out there for it. And it, again, sticks on the side there. So there you go. Yeah, so I can print out some other stuff. Can you dictate a note and then print it? I think you can, because one of the things you can do here, let's see, let's try that. Computer, take a note.
Okay, what should I note?
Today is October 5th, 2021. The weather is quite nice outside today, and tomorrow I'm hoping it will also be nice because I like the weather to be nice, and that is my note. I'm done.
Okay, what should I note?
I'm done. Computer, print the note.
What do you want to print?
My last note.
Your note was sent to the Amazon printer.
Okay, so it does print notes. Whoa, what's going on here? There it goes. Oh. Okay, so maybe we could say, I could just tell it to print something. Computer, print something.
Your test page was sent to the
No, that's not
Amazon
what I wanted.
printer.
So Gary Lawrence is wondering, can other platforms see the printer? That's a good question. So let's go and look at my printers here on the Mac, and we'll see if it shows up as an accessible printer on the network. It is on the Wi-Fi, so it's conceivable. Yes, actually, it's showing up here. So let's try to add it. That's a great question. Does it work with computers? It looks like it can. I'm going to try to add it here. Yeah, so I'm going to have to go and find the software for it, but I think if I download that Cubinet or the Cubinote driver, I bet you it's going to work. So let's see, Cubinote printer driver. And actually, this would be a very good deal in the sense that it's less expensive than the Cubinote printer if it does support that, because it is showing up on my Mac as an available printer. And there is an app on the Apple App Store. So let's see what we got here. Hang on. Cubinote. No Mac app results found. Enjoy Cubinote software from any screens. Download the app today. There's a Windows one and, okay, so it looks like, all right, so we're going to have to, I'll have to explore that a bit. There is apparently an app. Click this link. So let's take us over there. Okay, so here's the app. And then there's an App Store app, Cubinote. It looks like this is just for the iPad, but I can install it on my Mac right now. So it looks like there might be a little more functionality to this thing than just being a printer for the A word. And our receipts are piling up here. It's printed all sorts of stuff. Okay, so let me open this up on the Mac. And this is an iPad and iPhone app, but I have the M1 MacBook, so it runs on everything, although the screen orientation is not ideal at the moment here. Print straight from the phone. Okay. So let's skip that. Agree. Oh, I got to create an account and everything. All right, so I got to go back. I'll deal with that when I do the review. So we got to explore that. What's interesting is that it does show up as a printer on the network. So it's like showing up as a Bonjour printer. And this is essentially the Cubinote printer, and we just need to see if we can find a driver for it. It looks like they really want you to use an app. There are two ways to print from a computer or a laptop. Oh, there's a Cubinote web version. Click this link and then go to the web version. Scan in Cubinote app to log in. All right, I have to play around with this a little bit. So it does show up on the network, but there doesn't appear to be any drivers available for it. You have to use an app. Maybe I'll grab the app on my phone. I think I have to create an account with them, so yeah, I'll play around with that a little bit before the review. So I'll make the note to do that. All right, so let's see what else we got here on the list. Print a joke. So I think it can print a joke. Let's try that. Computer, print me a joke.
What do you get when you cross a pig and a centipede?
What?
Bacon and legs. And legs and legs and legs. And legs and legs and legs. And legs.
I don't get it. Computer, print that.
Your test page was sent to the Amazon printer.
Yeah, it doesn't have, I will say that, you know, Alexa is great, but it doesn't always have the contextual, like I want it to print that as opposed to this. Okay, so computer, print 77 years ago. Or is that the right way to start it? I have no idea.
I don't know that.
So I guess I could say print a note. Okay, so we have to say print a note. Computer, print a note.
What do you want to print?
Today is October 5th, 2021, and the weather is really nice outside, and I am playing around with this printer with a bunch of my friends.
What do you want to print?
Nothing. Okay, so it stopped there. So I'm going to have to play around with that a little bit more. So, computer, print a note, pick up the kids tomorrow.
Your note was sent to the Amazon.
So I guess you have to do it like really quickly, because then I get the note here. All right, let's try something a little bit more involved here. Computer, print a note. Today is October 5th, 2021. The weather is great, and I'm hoping the weather will be equally great tomorrow. And I need to take the dog out for a walk before it gets hot outside. That was too much for it. So I guess it's got to be like a quick thing. It just kind of gave up on me. How much will, yeah. Yeah, I'm a dad and I didn't even get that one. Jack says, someone who works for Amazon, all I can say is LOL. I think it's kind of cool. I mean, it's got some neat things. Can it print the vaccination certificate? Definitely not that. It could print out Captain Kirk in space. Maybe it could do that. Here in southern New Jersey, it's miserable. Yeah, the rain is, it's been a little miserable today too. Can it print a calendar? Let's try that. Computer, print me an October 2021 calendar.
Okay, Lon, what day and time?
Today.
For what time?
Tomorrow.
For what time?
Cancel.
Okay, canceled.
Computer, print a calendar.
I don't know how to print that.
Okay. Well, at least you're honest about that one. All right, so let me go back and see what else. I'm looking down the list here on the marketing page. So I think it's fairly limited in what it can print. Oh, it does do... I'm just looking to see what it's got here. Okay, so they have like some examples on the page here. So this is the stuff that it says it can do. So I think we've kind of hit the limit of it. And I don't know how long these notes are that it can print out. That's the other thing. All right, here we go. Let's try to print the weather. Let's try that. Computer, print the weather for New York City tomorrow.
Here's the forecast for tomorrow in New York. Look for lots of clouds with a high of 72.
Yes, it doesn't look like it can print the weather. Computer, print weather.
I don't know how to print that.
Okay. A Word document. I think we could probably do a Word document if we get the computer linked up to it. So that'd be something we can do there. Can it print IKEA instructions? Let's try that. Computer, print IKEA instructions.
I don't know how to print that.
Nope, doesn't do that either. Yeah, Ernst said it's good that it doesn't print out everything because we'd be out of paper by now, exactly. But I think you could say like, so I think it does these quick things here. The question is, how far can we go? So let's try this again. Computer, print a note. Remind me to finish the iPad mini review when I'm done streaming.
Your note was sent to the Amazon.
Okay, so that was
printer.
kind of a longer one, right? All right, so there we go. Let's see how far we can get with the Gettysburg Address here. So let's try that. All right, so computer, yeah, cancel. Let's try, I got to set it up right. Computer, print a note. 407.
What do you want to print?
A note.
Your note was sent to the Amazon printer.
Let's see what this one is. It's very literal. A note. All right, so let's try this again. Computer, print.
Your test page was sent
No.
to the Amazon printer.
All right, so we got to say print a note, but not, you have to do it like quickly. print a note. So you have to do it all in like one swoop. So let's try that again. Computer, print a note. 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Yeah, it just gives up if you go too long. All right, so let's try a shorter one. Computer, print a note 77 years ago.
Your note was sent to
So
the Amazon
if you go too long, it just gives up on you. It's just like you're blabbering on, I'm not printing it. So I guess it's going to be limited in just how long you can go with it. But that's fun. Okay, so yeah. Ooh, this is a good one. Yeah, could it work with IFTTT, then you could do some really interesting stuff with it. So I wonder in IFTTT if there is a way to engage printing as part of the A-word integration, right? So let me look up what you can do there. So let's explore. I'm just exploring IFTTT, because if it has printing as a function, that might give us some things that we can do. So we have triggers, and then we have queries, and then we have, where's the actions? Oh, these are just recipes that you can, let me create something here. Oh, shoot. So I don't have an account with them. Remember they used to be free, and now they're not. But don't they have like a guide of like what it does? Let's see, Alexa, IFTTT actions. I'm just going to see what kind of actions it has. I'll have to look that up also. Oh, see, this would be, yeah, there's some cool stuff we could do with this. I wonder if it works. Let me try, I have a Zapier account. Let me see if it does that. Because that would be kind of neat. I could have it print out like random comments from all of you. Because I could do that now. I could say, computer, print a note. Set it up to print random comments from the stream from time to time. Would be awesome.
Your note was sent to
Oh,
the
it took that
Amazon
one.
printer.
It took that one. Oh, it cut it off. See that? So there must be like some limit. It's got to be like a quick reminder kind of phrase or something. That's what it looks like it. But you know what? I bet you if I can get this thing on the network, we could do a lot of cool stuff with it. You know, like as a printer. But I don't know if they disabled that or not. So that's something I'll have to explore a bit. So yeah, I'm going to have to dive into this one. I am guessing that everyone watching would come up with a lot of things that we could do. Because this would be kind of fun just to have like on the shelf back there, and then it could just print out like random comments. And hopefully they're appropriate ones. I wonder if we can print pictures. Computer, print a picture.
I don't know how to print that.
Doesn't know how to print pictures. And Marie says, pick up the pooch at doggy daycare. Yeah, it would definitely print that out. It would definitely, here you go. Can it order me some McDonald's, 2 Big Macs and a large Coke. Can it print recipes? No, we tried printing recipes. It wouldn't do that either. Song lyrics. Computer, print out some song lyrics.
Okay, here's movie trivia. Here's your fact. The Imperial Officers Uniform.
No, we don't want to have trivia. I was asking if you could print out song lyrics. Yeah, so this is something that I was curious about too from Ryan Jones, that it is printing with a paper roll. However, I am actually surprised by how good the adhesive is on it. So it does come out a bit curled like this, but when you stick it to something, it's flat. So it doesn't move. It's actually, and it's nice, it's not leaving any kind of residue, so it's not like a, I would say it's not as sticky. It feels like it's got the consistency of a Post-it note as far as the adhesive is concerned. So I don't think it's going to leave a lot of like marks on things. It feels like it's pretty close to what you would expect from that. Gary's wondering, can it do a QR code? Computer, print a QR code of the Amazon website.
Okay, here's magic mirror. My
No.
queen, you.
No, we're not doing that because we're going to get copyright striked with commercial music. Can it transcribe and print an email address properly? Let's try that. Computer, print a note. Email Lon
What
at
do you want to print?
cancel. So I think it's pretty limited in what it can do. Let's try this again here. Computer, print a note. Email dad at Lon.TV.com.
Your note was sent to the Amazon printer.
There you go. Let's see how it does. No, it spells it out. It got me right. It got it right though. It got my name spelled correctly, so that's pretty good. And now we're piling up the notes here, as you can see. But they stick pretty good. I would say the sticky is kind of similar to, again, to a Post-it note. Print balderdash. I don't think it's going to do that. I think it's going to print notes like this. So it's like quick things here. I think this was like the longest one I could get out of it. And that is, I think, the extent of what you can print. And this is one of those things where it's kind of like a new product, right? So they could add more functionality in software. So I'm just looking on here to see the equivalent printer. So Cubinote is the type of printer, and it is designed to work with mobile devices. And it says, we go beyond the sticky note. So let's see if it, I'm just looking through what it can do here. So I wonder, download the app. Let's see if it, let me get the app on my phone and see if it actually works. It could be that they took out all the Cubinote logic and put in their own thing. But let's see, because I'm curious now if we can add some functionality to it. But I'm sure Amazon was looking around, like, hey, these guys make a printer, we can connect this to the A word. Because I don't think the Cubinote printer connects to the A word. Print straight from phone, share it with friends, get started. Okay, so we'll hit done. I'll agree to their terms. It's asking me to log in with Google+, but we're not going to do that. All right, so I'm going to create a new account. So give me a second here. Yeah, but this is a Cubinote printer. It uses the same paper, so at least the paper is accessible for the moment. Just got to create a password real quick. All right, so let's go and add a Cubinote password to my thing here. Generate new password. We'll go with that one and save it. Okay. So let me go over to here, paste the password in, hit next. Okay, so now it's sending me a registration email, and we'll see if it actually is compatible with the Cubinote stuff. Okay, confirm my address. Okay, so I can log into the app. Okay, add devices. Press the button twice to scan. Okay, so I have a feeling that this is not going to give me the QR code. Yeah, so it's not giving me the QR code to connect to it. So the next question is, it does show up on the network as a printer. So let's see here. So I have like a device ID and a firmware ID and all that good stuff. And let's try to add it on Windows and see what happens. I'm just on my Windows computer right now, so let's go to printer. Anybody upgraded to Windows 11 yet? I have not. All right, so I'm going to try it on Windows now and see if my production system can connect to it. This is probably not a good idea to add a printer to my production system, but it's the most easily accessible Windows computer to me at the moment. It looks like it's trying to find a driver. Yeah, so it sees it on the network as a printer, but there's no driver available. So I'll have to hunt around and see if I can find a driver for it. I doubt we're going to see it. Can it print a reminder list? Yes, it can do that, I think. Let's see. I did print a shopping list, and I think you can make custom lists. So let's try that real quick. Let's try this. So let's say, computer, create a reminder list.
Create a list called reminder, right?
Yes.
I've created reminder list.
And we'll add some things here. So Declan McSweeney wants to, Declan Sweeney wants me to say, okay, so we're going to say, computer, add to reminder list. I confused it.
I've created reminder list.
Okay.
What would you like to add to it?
Take out the trash.
I've added take out the trash to your reminder list. What else would you like to add?
Install Windows 11.
I've added install Windows 11 to your reminder list. What else would you like to add?
Make another reminder list.
You already have a list called reminder. What should I add to it?
Walk the dog.
I've added walk the dog to your reminder list. What else?
Print the reminder list.
Your reminder list was sent to the Amazon printer.
There you go. You got yourself a reminder list. And you can check it off. So we should see how easy it is to write on this, right? Yeah. You can write on it, no problem. There you go. So that we can do. Computer, delete the reminder list.
Your reminder list has 3 items on it. Are you sure you want to delete it?
Yes.
Okay, reminder list deleted.
That's a good question from Gary Lawrence. Can we connect to the IP address of the printer? Let's try it, as I definitely have an IP address for it. It's on my local network, 2.10. No. Connection refused. Let's try to connect to, I wonder if I can do a port scan of it. Yeah, it refuses the connection as on its web thing there. I think they probably locked it down. So, very interesting. So yeah, that's the sticky scanner. And I've got to go walk my dog and then get on a call, another call. I've been on like calls all day today. But I thought you all would find this of interest. So Leslie's, yeah, so we did have it find a recipe before. So I could say, Leslie on the Amazon chat suggested this. Computer, find a cookie recipe. Computer, find a cookie recipe.
Finding some cookie recipes. Okay, for cookie, here's a few recipes.
Computer, print an oatmeal raisin cookie recipe. And we got nothing. Yeah, so I think what we need to do is we got to figure out if there's some common driver that works with this. And if there is one, then we could print to it from the computer, and you can have, you know, I think it could be, sorry, whatever you are, stop. I think there could be some really useful functions for having a printer that can spit out these little tickets, right? Although those printers are available. You don't have to hack one to get there. So I don't know what they typically cost, but this is using like standard thermal paper. The difference is that it's got some sticky stuff on here. And I would imagine maybe in the restaurant industry, because I know they have those things where you can stick the order tickets in the kitchen. But I wonder if there's if this is a common type of paper. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Jim says, all right, let's try this. Computer, print a crossword puzzle.
Okay, here's Los Angeles Times crossword. Welcome to LA Times crossword. Try saying, print today's crossword, or print last Sunday's answers.
Print today's crossword.
Sorry, that crossword is not available yet. Please try again later. What day's crossword would you like to print?
Yesterday's.
Your request was sent to the printer.
Okay.
It may take up to 45 seconds to start printing. Would you like to print something else?
No, thank you.
Exiting Los Angeles Times crossword skill.
Well, this is going to be a long one. It's going. This is this is your CVS receipt. So I think Jim gets the prize today for the longest print. So there you go. So it looks like it's possible to print stuff from other apps. So it appears as though, from a printing standpoint, that this is a printer that works with the A word. So anything that the A word can print, I think it might pop out of this thing. So here is your your crossword puzzle for Sunday. That's pretty crazy. So hey, we got one to work. I'll give you the overhead view of it here so you can see what it looks like. So it goes that far. How about that? Wow. Okay. The coupon section. Yeah, we need some coupons. The A word will tell you the coupons when you ask for them, right? So, yeah, buy more paper. That's the other one we have to add to the... Yep, I am sure it will order more paper for you. What I wonder is if it'll order it for you when you start to run low, because I think that would be something I would expect it to do. All right, so after we've printed out all this stuff, let's see what the paper's looking like here. So let me pop open the thing, and we still have a good amount of paper left here on the roll, so we're in pretty good shape here. So even with all that stuff that's been printed, we are still quite healthy on paper supply. And it's pretty easy to load it. A little crooked. There it goes. Just aligning it. There we go. Okay. There you go. All right. Oh, yeah, you know what? That's true. It is looking a little better in the center. That is very true, DH Clap, because take a look. It is much more uniform now than it was earlier. So I wonder if we just had to get that. It might have been the paper, right? But it's looking much better. All right. Okay, everybody. Oh, Robert's wondering, is it really sticky? It actually is stickier, and it's funny, it's stickier than you think it would be. So it feels a lot like the Post-it note sticky, but it's on two sides of the paper. So it comes out this way, and then it's sticky on the left and the right. So it's not sticky across the top like a Post-it note is, because it doesn't know how long the note's going to be, because it slices it as it comes out. But it does stick very well. So it does curl a bit when it comes out of the printer, like this. But when you stick it to something, it sticks really well. So it is thermal paper. It does not need to warm up. These thermal printers just kind of get hot where they need to in the right spot. And I can tell you, like, these notes that have been sitting on the table for a while, like, it gets stickier the longer it sits, but it's not leaving any residue. So this is a very similar adhesive, I think, to what you would get with a Post-it note. That's what it feels like to me. So Leslie says, try exactly. Computer, find a cookie recipe. Yeah, so I'm doing that, but I don't know how to print it. So let's try that. Let me go into this one. I wonder if there's a way just to print it when I select it here. Computer, print this recipe.
Okay, I've sent this recipe to the activities section of your Alexa app.
Yeah, see, I'm telling it to print, but it's sending it to the app for some reason. So that's the one thing it doesn't print out. I would think like recipes would be a great thing to print out on this. But I could also see my kids just like barking orders into it and printing out notes for me to do. So, and then, yeah, good suggestion here. Whenever you have thermal paper, putting anything hot on the paper will definitely ruin it. Jim says, my bookie's going to love this thing. Exactly it. All right, I got to run, folks, but thank you all for tuning in. This was a fun little excursion. I'm glad I was able to play around with this a little bit. And there's definitely some interest in this because there was a good amount of people on my live stream today that were intrigued with this. So there you go. It is what it is. But I will be back soon. I've got like a bunch of reviews in the hopper. I got so much stuff to look at. I don't know what happened, but like everything just showed up. So I've been like super busy. And I think I'm getting the new Fire Stick, the high performance one, like tomorrow or Thursday. So we're going to be busy. We're going to be busy. So stay tuned to that. Seth is wondering, can another Echo say, yes, so I think this shows up on your network of Echo devices. So any of the other Echo devices that it works with will print to it. So if I'm on my phone, for example, let me try it here and see if I can. Okay, so, all right. Print a note. Oops. Print a note. This is a test. Didn't like that. Print a note. This is a test. I'm just going to type it in. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, so this was from essentially a different Echo device, because I was on my phone versus that one. So it does print from other devices that you've attached to your account. So there you go. All right. Well, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. This was fun. And yeah, just if you are not following me on Amazon, hit the follow button, and I'll be back with another one of these things with some other crazy gadget in the very near future. So thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you all next time. And yeah, thanks for helping me review this thing. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.